Canadian diplomats in China have now been given access to Michael Spavor, one of the 2 Canadians held in detention there. China says both men were taken into custody last Monday on suspicion of endangering national security. Many believe the arrests are in retaliation for the detention of a Chinese business executive in Vancouver. CBC's Salima Shivji is in our Ottawa bureau with more on this. So Salima, what can you tell us about this new development?
Well, Natasha, this is the news that many people have been waiting for. The Prime Minister spoke about it on Friday, saying he hoped it would come soon. And now we know, as you mentioned, Canada was granted consular access to Michael Spavor, the 2nd Canadian detained by Chinese authorities in the wake of the arrest of Meng Wanzhou. The Huawei executive. The arrest was made at the request of American authorities. Now, here's what we know. Canada's ambassador to China, John McCallum, met with Spavor today. We know that Canadian officials say that they will keep providing consular access to Spavor and to his family, and that they hope to keep pushing China for more access to the detained entrepreneur. They say they can't say much more due to privacy reasons, as is the case in many of such cases. But really, this is a big development and is what consular officials have been working towards and focused on really around the clock, putting that pressure on China to give Canada access to the 2 detained men. This means that now Canada is in contact with both of those men detained nearly a week ago now in this affair. On Friday, McCallum met with Michael Kovrig, the former diplomat who is on leave from Global Affairs Canada and working for a non-governmental agency at this point in time. As you mentioned, both men are being held under suspicion, according to Chinese officials, for engaging in activities that endanger China's national security.
Well, that's China's official line, Salima, but many people say that this is directly connected to the detention of that Huawei executive in Vancouver. So what's the latest on that front?
That's right, Natasha. Both Canadians detained, of course, right after China warned of serious consequences following the arrest of Meng in Vancouver. She was then in the midst of a prolonged bail hearing that stretched over 3 days and over a weekend as well. She is now out on a $10 million bail and is subjected to electronic surveillance of her activities and her movements. On the political front, really, the sides are entrenched. China really keeping up the pressure on Canada to release Meng and to intervene in this, and Canada just really trying to find ways to convince China that they cannot. It is a judicial process and they cannot interfere politically.
Okay, Salima Shivji in Ottawa, thank you so much.